Yo, what is up, buddy? Reading here, and today we're finally here to talk about Clive Rosfield, the final character of the Character Pass, the Year 1 Character Pass, and the first guest character of Tekken 8. I've been meaning to get to this video for quite a while, but I've been feeling pretty sick on and off this week, so it's been getting in my way. And while ahead of time, I'll let you know this won't be any guide or anything, because I don't really understand the character to that degree yet, but I can't really show off the character enough to kind of give a general idea, I guess, I think. But anyways, to get it short and simple, if you're here just for this, is this a Noctis 2.0? Well, thankfully I can say no. Clive and Noctis, they don't even remotely play similar. Now, I will let you know ahead of time, there's a lot of people kind of throwing around that he's just the 2-2-2 character like Noctis. He does have a 2 combo, like this is down for 2, and then the rest of it is smash. So, you get that. So, but you can also have stuff like this. Haha. So, he's got some sauce to him. He's got a lot going on, and he's, to my surprise, he has a very, very big, display of, player expression. And a key component of it is that gauge you see right there. Now, a lot of people are kind of worried about this gauge, and, I guess rightfully so. With every DLC character, it's been having some sort of install or whatnot, which I haven't minded it too much, but I have seen a lot of people kind of worried. So ahead of time, I'll say this is actually not an install. This is more of its own super meter for it's built upon one single move, the Zantetsuken gauge, which I think it'll be a very good display of just how expressive he can be of Clive, just to simply show off this one thing. So one thing that Clive has is his Phoenix Shift. You could think of this as a special step of sorts. From there you have this, which is on the move, this, which, is an ender, this, which is an extender, and then, you got other moves. You got this, which goes up to Zantetsuken and can also cause a floor bounce. And then you have this move, which this can be used to make setups for when Clive is in this. He is considered to be wall dancing, so you can go from there and do whatever he wants. So you might be wondering, what exactly do I mean by the whole character expression thing? Well, that gauge, you might notice. So Clive has two things to him. He has his regular sword, and he has the Arm of Darkness. This little longer sword that you hear that whisper sound for. Now there's a lot of moves where Clive will use this. One of them being his 1-2, and then the other two in particular. We're going to talk about Phoenix Shift 2 and Phoenix Shift. So these will do reduced damage, which, so that did 24, and then, if I can remember what So that does a solid 30, and then the other one did 24. So this one does 38. That one does 35, and is also an extender, but just a regular one though, grants you 41. So basically with this, you have two ways to play with Clive when it comes to this. Do you want solid damage, or do you want to build up the Zantetsuken gauge? So one good example, I guess, sure. If I can track it. There. Nope. So see right there, that did 53. That did 52. I guess a better example would be if we did, you know, my combo. I like to drop. So let's see. So this ends with us doing 68 damage. And this is a solid 69. So, you know, not too much of a difference, I guess, but there are other combos I've seen, I just don't really know them yet, where the scaling will make it to where if you do a Phoenix Ender instead of a Odin one, then you'll do more damage. So, the thing that makes this gauge different than, you know, for example, like Heihachi, with his little gauge mechanic, well, his is more of an install, but you pop heat, you gain a level. In Clive's case, you will only build up the Zantetsuken gauge if you do any move that involves the Arm of Darkness. So it is completely up to the player to get this gauge built up. Now, there's a dramatic difference should you get this gauge built up, which, for example, you know, 69, and then if you have the gauge built up, massive difference. So, you know, stuff like that, it comes down to, do you want to go in with solid damage, or do you want to build up this gauge for, admittedly, some very easy damage. So, you know, they have that going on with Clive, and with each level, it's also a different attack, which, you know. So yeah, now, you will gain Zantetsuken gauge from the Darkness move upon hit or block, but with block you will gain less. So like for example, you gain basically like a third, and then if your opponent blocks it, you only gain half. Or like 45? Yeah, a little under half you gain. But still though. So, you know, and, you know, kind of like another character I played, Jin, he has, like, an approach mix-up, so, you know, if you want to... Oh, yeah. And then there's this funny move. This move, I will say, is probably the most Noctis move he has. It's very reminiscent to me of his, I think it was down forward 1+2. It was a great sword. But it's mostly just because of this insane range. So he also has moves like that. It's a wall tracking. It's a tracking while rising. And then he has a lot of ways to get into Phoenix Shift, which is his biggest gimmick. So it's basically like a special step from like Amishima in a way. You have like the same kind of so like on approach, you got that. That's mid. You got this. Gauge. Also, you know, you can do stuff stuff like that, and he's got a lot going for him. He also has a lot of launchers too. Sidestep 1 2 will get you that. Flip 3 will get you this. Wall rest 2 will get you that. Counter hit back 1 will get you this. Down 4 2 will get you this. Be warned though, unlike, for example, Noctis, his is not just an upward slash, but it is poke, which must connect or you will drop it and you will, be very sad. I'm really sad when that happens. He also has stuff like this, where special step, this will grant him into while crouching, so you can do stuff like this. Sneak into wall rising 4, or if you want to just keep going in with Phoenix shift, you can just do 4, hit 4. So he's got a lot going on with different ways to kind of approach with pressure, but it's all about the mix-up. He's also got a lot of good mid-range attacks. Like this, for example, this will be a key move, and a lot of his combos. It's a good extender, leads into pretty well, I believe. So this move as well. This is one of his key moves. You'll see a lot of Clives use this move. Prominence. It is a tracking. It homes in on you. I could be wrong. It's also a key engager, and it's safe. So yeah, if you pretty nasty pressure that you can just get away with, there you go. So, but yeah. The key of him will be to kind of approach mid-range if you can, because from mid-range you just get in like that, Prominence, which there's also Phoenix Cyclone, or Scarlet Cyclone. Yeah, though, but that's pretty much Clive. He's got a lot of unique attributes to him, I'd say. He definitely feels very different than the rest of the cast, which, obviously, he has a certain so. But, yeah, though, my initial impressions, because I haven't really fought one yet, but I can say that I've been pleasantly surprised with Clive, I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 16 is a game I really enjoyed. One of the key aspects of my enjoyment being Clive. He's a cool character, really cool, protag, and they implemented him very well in this game, all the icon abilities, the Zantetsu Engage, and things such as, his heat being one of the game, but also just the stage, so. Overall, I'd say they did a really good job with him visually representing the things that make him really unique in the game. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I forgot, he also has a jumping mechanic. So that's also something that can be fun to mess with. So, but yeah, so I was pleasantly surprised with Clive. I'm happy to see that, because I'm gonna be real, I wasn't a big fan of Noctis in Tekken 7, not because he was annoying to fight, although that's definitely part of it, but just because I didn't really feel like he had a lot going for him. Clive, on the other hand, he's got a lot to him, so it's gonna take a minute to actually learn him, because like I said, he has a lot going for him. But, once you learn him, it's really worth it. He's a very fun character, and he's got a lot going on. And the more and more I've been practicing with him, just the more and more I'm just like, wow, I can actually do that. But one thing I also forgot to mention, this is this. It auto parries lows, and it can even go this way. There's also a string that goes into it, which tornadoes, and you get injured, and then the Baja Blast, as my friend likes to call it. So, but that's about all I've got for this video, so let me know what you all think below about Clive. Do y'all like him? Do y'all hate him? And yeah, that's about it. So hopefully next time I see y'all around, it will be for some more ranked matches, and hopefully it won't take as long, I guess, to get it through. I'm still trying to get used to this whole video editing thing I gotta do now, since live streaming doesn't seem to work. But, yeah. So anyways, Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Adios.